Herb had liposuction not too long. Yes, go ahead. It didn't work. What happened is his chest got big. All that shit that was down there came up here and just did like that. I was like, dang, Herb?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You didn't see him?
No, I haven't seen him for a while. Last time I saw him, he was still in this
So now is he doing his Dolly Parton routine, right?
I don't know.
Hello.
He got some headlights.
Hello.
Finally.
Headlights.
Yeah. Okay, but then to round this up, I have one very, very serious question. And if you don't want to answer it because it's too personal or too emotional, I totally understand. What's the thing about That's What She Said?
What's the thing about what That's What She Said? It's a musician thing. You know, it's a code. You know, it's a way of saying a paragraph within one little phrase.
Well, see, every year, like back in the day in the band, Indugu would have little sayings and stuff. So we always came up with another thing. You know, best we be going, we be going, we be going, and then we can, and then Indugu one day, I actually got it from Indugu.
Really?
He started saying it, and then he stopped saying it, and he went on to something else. But I kind of latched onto it, you know. And the first time I heard it was actually with Indugu. Indugu Chancellor, who was a drummer in my band, and narrator. And he was great. He and this guy named Sweet D, named Daryl Cox, just was a wealth of nothing. A wealth of words that
short
meant nothing.
Phrases like
short phrases that meant nothing, but meant everything.
But meant everything.
Hello. You know?
And a lot of them, I think, where I got it from, because I was saying it too. And then when I met them, I was like, wow, this is a community of knowledge of this.
Yeah.
Because to find the value in a short phrase like that, and to say it, and to have a select few completely understand what it means.
Yeah, right.
You know
what it's saying.
And
just like the word hello.
Right.
Just like hello.
Hello. Yes, I was saying.
Yeah, I was saying that all the time when I got in the band with Frank. He was saying that. Just like, I've been saying that for years.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. And it's just, but it's part of our culture.
It's like a secret
It's part of our culture, but it's also part of the culture of musicians, artists, but mostly musicians.
Everybody has these little secret things, you know. But I wrote a song called "That's What She Said."
Really?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I'm saying, when you wrote it, I'm sure you knew that would be a welcome, you know.
Well, a lot of people would know what it meant.
But you know that would be a lot that would know what it meant.
But inside, you find some people that understand what that means.
Yeah. It's not so much of an inside thing, I think, as it is. It's a thing that our community knows what it means. The community that we live in. Right. And it's a musical community, an artist community. Yeah.
Right. It's not always what you say, but how you say it.
That's right. And
that's true for music.
And I think, you know, it's connected to, or the foundation of it came from things like little old ladies in church.
Yeah.
Who'd be listening to a preacher
with their fans,
and they didn't want to interrupt him, but at the same time, they wanted to they wanted to bonafide it.
Exclamation marks.
Well, they wanted to let him know that they knew what he was talking about, and they wanted to make it short and sweet, but they didn't want to interrupt his flow. So he would say, they said, wow.
That's true. It's very true.
I mean, I came up, you know, I was 5 years old singing, and that's when I started singing in church. And the little old ladies would be down there saying, wow. And then I had a little attitude on their face. Like, I know what you're talking about. You don't have to say anymore. Move on to the next subject. You know, that one, I got that. Let's move on. Wow. You know, and it's beautiful. Because we know. It's
folklore.
Yes.
That's what it is.
But it started in church, like Baptist church. A lot of that stuff did, you know. And you got those kind of things, and then because a lot of us when we started in church, but then after we left the church scene, we got into rhythm and blues, and then we got into blues and then jazz. You know, and it went out there, and it just started, you know.
In other words, you was backsliding.
Well, that's what they said. That's what they said. But see, after I got old enough, I didn't have to listen to that no more because I was on my own, you know. We couldn't necessarily, you know, continue it when we were living in their house. But after we got out, well,
Murphy's Law.
But that's what it means. And a lot of phrases like that, you know. That's what. And then it just started to grow. I mean, there's a dictionary of it almost.
Oh, there's all these little, the one you got on your shirt.
Nuances, yeah, that's one. That's right. It says more. It says what it says, but what it means is more than what it says.
It just smells funny. That's a funny phrase.
Yeah. And then you take things and you turn them around too. A lot of it, we would do that. Someone would make a statement like a commercial on TV, and we would take it and turn it around and use it to our benefit for our level of communication. For example, got milk? You understand?
I don't drink milk.
No, neither do I. But by us using that in our community, we know what it means. The people who saw that phrase used in the television commercial, that's what it means to them. Actual glass of milk.
And then what about pidgin English?
That's a
whole other thing.
That's a whole other thing.
You probably don't even know about that. Yeah, that's a whole other level of communication. Yeah. And then when Snoop Dogg came out, he had all these chisel and nizzle and dizzle, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. That was all code, so it changes over time. Yeah. It's interesting. But you know, actually that comes from slavery. All that stuff because you know, in order to get by, you know, blacks developed a way of saying things without other people knowing what they were saying.
Right.
It was a community thing, and they knew what they were saying. It comes from that.
But that goes back also in the Western European tradition and even the world tradition for ages. For instance, you know, the fish is a sign for Jesus.
Oh, of course, right.
But you know why?
Well,
I don't know if
he was a fisher. He was a fisher of men.
No. There was a phrase in ancient Roman and Greek. There was a phrase. I don't know the exact words, so I'm not trying to be intellectual here. Somebody told me who knows this theology. There was an abbreviation that indicated the personality of Christ. And the abbreviation spelled in Greek the word fish. So the people that were thrown before the lions then draw the fish into the sand with their feet. And the abbreviation was like God on earth, the Son of the Almighty. And the abbreviation of that line was the word for fish. So fish became a symbol for that line.
Right.
It has nothing to do with a real fish.
Right.
But they knew that if I draw a fish, we're connected. Like the secret handshake.
Well, yeah.
But like he said, most of it came from, you know, the old church women. And they came from the slavery.
Yeah.
Because when they came out, they were actually picking cotton and slaves, some of them, you know. And you know, everybody ain't able.
Oh, that's my mom.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody ain't able.
There you go. But it means more than what it just said.
Yeah.
It means much more. You know, it's a phrase or a short sentence, but its full meaning is a paragraph or a half a page. You know, that's how vast it is in its description. It's total description. And that's what she said. You know, got milk and wow. You know, hello. All that stuff is in that same category. You know, of communication. But everybody don't know what you're talking about. That's another one.
You gotta say it right.
Yeah.
You say, man, that girl show is fine. That means you co-sign.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Validated. That's the word I'm thinking about. Validated.
You just like wow. If you say that girl show is fine, you say wow. It's just like a church call and response in the church. You know, same thing. It comes from there. Call, you know, preacher says something, you say, yeah. You're saying that,
so it's funny.
They used to, because sometimes they used to say preach,
Preach. That's right. Tell it.
Preach. And then they stopped saying preach. They started saying, well. I mean, what he said got to
What is the attitude?
Yeah, it's the attitude. Because what he started to say became so profound that preach didn't cover it. Preach didn't cover it anymore. Because preach didn't have the attitude. Preach was isolated to a sermon in the church. Where
I'm sorry.
Was associated with any atmosphere, any scenario. But it still requires the attitude. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say no more. Yeah. You say blah, 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 blah. Wow. You gotta go over there. Wow. Wow. I noticed that.
Well, we're going to get rid of
it says it too. You know, you don't need to say anymore. You know, ouch. That's what we got. That's what that group. I was riding around with that group, Shit Your Booty on tour, and I was going, ouch, ouch. And I literally pull over to the curb and turn around and say, "You okay? You want us to take you to the doctor? You know?" And I'm going like, "What are you talking about?"
But just so
when you kept saying, "Ouch," what is something biting you or hurting you? And I had to explain it to them. The next thing I know, they named the CD that, and they put a girl with no bra on, full breast on the front of it, and they called the CD the Ouch Patrol. And I told them, I said, actually, because that's what happened. All of them started saying it, and so we were basically on kind of like a patrol. I was telling them about ouch. See, he knows. See, he knows. All I had to say was ouch. And yeah, okay. Because he knows.
But when we were busy with our previous Metropole, you took that even to a further level because you wouldn't even say ouch. You would just have your eyes doing the work, and you would go.
Yeah. Well, that's when it really bites.
Yeah.
It really hurts. And when did you do like that? When someone's getting ready to take a bullet out of you in the cowboy days when you were shot, and they put their thing in your mouth, or you did that. So you could withstand it. And when she's that fine, you go, ow. Oh, damn. Let me bite myself, pinch myself. You know what I'm saying? That's how fine.
Exactly what you're saying.
That's what we're going to do. It ain't going to hurt long.
Well, it ain't going to hurt long. That's another one. It ain't going to hurt long. But most people in a normal, quote-unquote, normal society would not understand what we said. They would take it at its face value and say that doesn't make sense. But to us, it made more sense, than we can explain it. Yeah, that's what it's all about. To answer your question, it took about 20 minutes.
Rock and talk, boy. Rock. It's a rev.
Truth is automatic. You don't have to make it up. I love the
Rev.
truth.
I'm stuck on you, Rev.
Have you heard my...
Rev it up?
Rev it up, yeah.
Rev it up. Okay.
So you're the man. The bigger producer.
Thanks, boss.
Since that time, huh?
Dat was het. George Duke. En hoe heet die andere ook weer, Paul? Ray, Napoleon Murphy Rock, ladies and gentlemen. The best Zappa singer in my book. En de combinatie George Duke en Napoleon Murphy Rock. Het wordt heel speciaal mooi. En dank aan Paul B. dat hij alweer het allemaal heeft vastgelegd voor ons. We gaan gewoon kijken wat we ermee gaan doen, Paul.
Check it out. Instead of saying, look at that, man. Just say, ouch. Here you go. Oh, yeah.
You want to see it depending on where it is. 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that too.
3 o'clock.
That's another one.
By the way, it was real fun with the band. It was fun.
Yeah.
Sounded nice.
These guys?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell I was doing.
Huh?
Yeah, I was just playing, I thought I was going on too long. I was trying
No. Sounded good. The guys is fun.
I loved it when you did this, started doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Roads and the other thing. You were comfortable then. You got comfortable then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. So you needed that spectrum of fullness. So you did, I'll do that.
It's a spectrum of light, sound, and action. Hand stage raised so many colors, that's done.
Come on.
See you tomorrow, guys.